A lot of people have the dream of leaving the city, moving to the country and getting an acreage, growing a big garden, getting a dairy cow, getting some sheep, getting all these animals. And while I think that's amazing, because guess what? I did it. I moved from the city to the country. I've had giant gardens after giant gardens, and I've preserved almost all of our food. And we had a dairy cow. I was making cheese. I was making butter. We had a beef calf from that cow. The list goes on and on. We've had many different kinds of animals here on the homestead. And while it's lovely and wonderful, and I think that there's something truly magical about caring for something other than yourself, having to wake up on the frosty mornings and go bundle up and milk the cow, it was actually a lot of fun. I really do miss those morning teas with the podcast and my old cow. She didn't die. She went to another farm. And what I plan to talk about in this video is about the animals that I want to have on the farm now, because I no longer have a dairy cow or a lot of those animals. But it's important to bring it back to why I've had this change. So I think that we're all fed this idea that you can do everything. And maybe it's tied to youth, maybe it's tied to excitement. I'm not really sure, but I can tell you that I actually don't think that that's what it's all about. I genuinely think that that's too much work for one family, unless you are already established with fences and you have lots of time to dedicate to it. But honestly, people actually have to earn an income, and that kind of life isn't free, even though all the Joel Salatin books make it look like it's just so easy to do. It's not. It's really genuinely really hard. And I think what's really important is just being realistic about what people can do. And maybe I'm old and maybe I'm tired, but like I don't have the energy to get 6 gallons of milk from my cow, skim it, wash everything. My calf was always escaping. Oh, he tore up her teats. Like it was quite stressful. And then I was still trying to can and preserve on top of that and just basically neglecting my kids. And you rewind and you're thinking like, is it really worth having all these animals? In my previous video, I talked about my plans for downsizing my garden, actually, believe it or not, because what I really want to do is support community. I think that the secret sauce is not about self-sufficiency. I think it's about community. So for myself, I will go to the farmer's market and I will buy my bundle of carrots, or I will trade my comfrey plants that I'm looking at with another farmer who's interested in getting some comfrey for herself. There's just different things like that that I think are possible. Or do you want to know what? I might go and buy those eggs. Eek! Maybe not. Maybe I'll trade some duck eggs for some chicken eggs, because my chicken eggs just hide to and fro. But you get the point. I really don't think that we're supposed to be doing it all. So where are we now with that pushed aside? Not to bypass the major subject that homesteading is a lie, but where are we now with what animals I want to get on the farm? This is what I wanted to talk about today, actually. My name's Sheila. I'm a homesteader in beautiful British Columbia, Canada, and I've been living out here for over 10 years. I did take a few years off to return to the corporate life because I actually had to pay to live out here, because it really isn't that easy. So what animals do I want now? Well, I will say that I kept chickens throughout all of this because they're actually really easy, and we just do free range chickens and they're just living their best lives with like the most orange yolks you've ever seen when we get them and when we're not buying them from another farmer with orange yolks. That's a true story. Okay, so what do we have on the farm now? We still have our guard dog, Raj. He's a Maremma, and I really think that you need that. We have a lot of bears, bobcats, wildlife, coyotes, and he protects basically our 4 cats. So we have 4 cats, which are mousers, and by mousers I mean they're our pets and they live in the house. But we love them, and they're a vital part of any farm. If you live on a homestead and you don't have cats, I don't know that we can talk, because must love cats. We also recently got another dog, Timber, 2 of our older dogs. They passed. They did live their best lives here on the homestead. So Timber's our new golden, and he's actually our companion. And he's supposed to come camping and running and skiing and mountain biking and doing all those fun things. So that's sort of like the next stage of our life and the stage that we're in. So we've done it where, you know, I'll weed until 10 o'clock at night, or I'll be making pickles or making jam with every free moment that I have, and I have to miss this event and I can't go to that event, and oh my goodness, we could never go camping because I have to do A, B, and C for preserving. I don't want to live that life. I want to have fun. I want to have fun with my kids. Do you know where we live? It is like amazing out there. It is like so beautiful. We live right next to a provincial park in the mountains in British Columbia. I am not an adventurous person, but I'm really trying to like break that out and be one. I'm trying to be the mom that mountain bikes. crazy? So with that being said, I am not getting another dairy cow. I am not getting any big animals that require a lot of maintenance. I'm getting animals where I can go on vacation. So I did get ducklings because ducklings are super cute and fun. And yes, they limit my ability to go camping, but I now have them in the chicken tractor outside. So that makes things a lot easier. And basically they're gonna be big soon enough, and then they can go out with the other ducklings. And when we do go camping, we actually have a farm sitter, so that's totally cool, but I don't want anything where somebody has to milk a cow. That's really actually very hard to get a proper farm sitter when you're quite rural and you don't have anybody around you that wants that much milk. So we have chickens, ducks, ducklings, cats, dogs. What else do I want? I kind of want geese again because they're super fun and they have so much character. I would not get guineas, even though they eat so many ticks, because they're really loud and annoying, and they actually are like territorial. And even though I'd set up multiple feeders, they would like prevent the chickens from getting to the feed. And then what's the last thing I want? Oh yeah, I want bunnies. But I don't want like pet bunnies, and I don't want meat bunnies. I want 2 male bunnies, and I'm gonna put them in one of my pens, my lamb pens, and keep them in there, and they'll be cozy for winter. And then, you know, eventually they always escape, and then they live under the chicken coop and they become best friends with the roosters. So that's what I want. So if you've actually checked out my Ferngully XO Instagram, oh my God, it's so funny. If you look at my bunny chronicles, I miss it. We'll be getting bunnies. My husband doesn't know. He actually says it's better to beg for forgiveness than to ask for permission. So that's like the motto of my life. Those are the plans. So we're gonna have chickens, ducks, maybe some geese if I can source them, and bunnies. And we're gonna live our best lives with our cats and our dogs, and we're gonna go mountain biking, and we're gonna go camping, and we're gonna have like a baby garden and do baby things that make our property beautiful. And that's it. The end on the homestead. Self-sufficiency is a lie, everybody. Go and enjoy your best selves. Go to the farmer's market. Make friends with a farmer. Don't shop at grocery stores, even though we do. Okay, love you, bye.